Okay, I'm having so much fun. We're in Houston. I'm just gonna go meet Anna. This is Main Street. Turn right.
Here, we're gonna meet Anna.
Head Mistress of Oracle School, Anna Sather.
Here's Anna.
Okay, guys, we are gonna do Uber Magic with Big Baby Gravy.
Hey!
Woo! Which one? We're gonna use Wisdom of the Oracle. Okay, you are gonna ask a question. So you're gonna say something like, what do I need to know about starting my own YouTube channel? We could do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Why don't we do that? Okay.
What do I need to know about starting my own YouTube channel?
Woo! Okay, now you go like this with your finger.
Okay. And I'm sliding and sliding. Anyone or stop?
Yep, whenever you want, whenever you feel.
That one.
Okay, and I will read it for you. Oh, okay, so blessed. You chose the card blessed,
Okay.
but you also chose it in the protection mode. Right, so this is about really trusting. The message is trusting. You are in partnership with the universe. And just because you see other people get good things, you also get to get those good things. Little effort on your part, and you will be blessed.
Well, I receive it, and I believe it.
So, receive it and believe it! Woo! Hello, we are in Houston.
Yes, it is the Lily and Hugh Roy Cullen Sculpture Garden.
Look at that, somebody made that. And it says exhaling pearls, which is what we do. Look how cool that is. But we're gonna start with something super fun. How many people watch my videos and know that I do a weekly Oracle forecast on YouTube? Okay, so for those of you who don't know this, you're gonna actually participate in it. So we're actually gonna film this with you guys as being the cards. Okay. So Anna is going to pick 6 people. For those of you who don't know, this is what we do. So we get people that are watching on the video to choose a number between 1 and 6. And then I pick 6 cards, and then I do the story in motion for the week ahead by reading the 6 cards. Excellent, come on up. Woo! So they don't know what they are. Okay, this is going to be so fun. All right, now I'm going to pass them their cards. Okay, this is card number 1. Okay, so this is going to be card number 1. So Tracy, you're going to pick a card, and you're not going to look at it. You're going to hold it in front of you like it's just the front card. Okay, good. You can't do this wrong. Okay, you're card number 2. So you see how you hold it? You have to show the red part to the audience. So you guys are going to not see what card it is, so you're going to pick the card for yourselves, right? And this was our winner, by the way. There was a contest. She had a reading with me yesterday. Yes. I scared her. Okay, shuffle the cards. I need you to shuffle them. And don't look at them. Okay, sorry. Okay. All right, so this is Wisdom of the Oracle. This is the deck that we're using this week. This is the teaching deck that we use at my Oracle school. So how this works is this. So for those of you who have ever seen a forecast, and for those of you who have not, I think it's really I'm telling to people who have not seen this before. The reason we do it this way is because so many people wrote in and told us how accurate it was for them once they came to the week, right? And we started playing around with having people pick a special card by letting them choose visually for themselves. Excellent. So let's start with card number 1. You all pick your cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, you all pick your card, right? You don't cheat. Okay. Okay, what is it? Ooh, the tribe in protections. So the tribe in the protection position means this, that you are looking for and that's now going to be called community. We're changing this name of this card, by the way, in this deck. It's going to be called community. So we all are looking for a sacred community. And this tells us that we may be at a place where we're second guessing the people we surround ourselves with because we are looking for people who are more in alignment with our thinking. right? So sometimes we might find ourselves with people who are like energy vampires and they want to just suck you dry. Or you might find yourself with people who you just don't click with. Has anybody experienced that too, right? And you're like, I want to be with people who really understand me and really believe the same things that I believe, right? So, and this helps us bring our message to the world. So this tells us that this is a week, or for you today, that you're really looking at who is in my life and who needs to go, right? Who do I need to let go of in order for me to really be in the most powerful, profound experience of my life? Because it's no point in trying to convince people your path is the right path. You know, you can't sell yourself to other people, right? So if you find yourself putting way too much energy and attention into convincing other people that your path is the right path, that's a waste of time, is basically what this is saying. So this is a really great message about saying you will find that sacred community, that it's coalescing around you, but sometimes we have to say no to other people in order. Don't show my butt. Okay. That is going to be in the video. Okay, card number 2. Thank you. Okay, card number 2 is time for a nap. There is no rush, right? So card number 1, think about that, right? You're looking for the tribe. You're really looking for that sense of community and sacred community. And this one says you don't have to rush. Like time for a nap is a meditating card. It's a card to say to you, there is no hurry. That you know how right now in the age of anxiety, everybody believes they have to push forward really quickly or they won't get what they want. Or they won't, or everything is happening too fast, right? Every time you turn on the news, which is dangerous to do these days, it's like everything is shitty. But there's so many great things that are going on in the world too. So slow it down. Take a break. Make sure that you're not constantly overworking or overdoing. You're not human doings, you're human beings. So this is the invitation to beingness, right? Okay. Soulmates. Okay. Oh, that's so interesting. See, we've got the tribe in the reverse position, right? You start out looking for the sacred community. We're not rushing it, and soulmates enter the picture. And soulmates don't have to be romantic, right? Soulmates are people who teach you something, who enter into your life, and you have that sense of plunk. Like that. I had the plunk when I met my husband, who is my soulmate, so there is a romantic connection. But I had a plunk when I met Anna. Anna was a student in my class, and I knew when I met her I was going to hire her, and I didn't even have anything to hire her for. I was like, I'm like, you're working for me one day. I'm like, why? I don't know. But it was that sense of, and she's one of my best friends now too. So that's like that sense of we have a mission, right? You might have a mission when you meet a friend or a person, etc. And let's see yours. So if you picked card number 3, that's about soulmates. And this can be romance, by the way. What card is that, Anna? Oh, and know your motives. So the why card is all about motive. This is an interesting week. I wonder what's going to be going on in the world. So, because this is also more of a global reading too, right? So when we add the story in motion, the cards are not looked at separately. So we've got, so why are we making certain choices? The next card will tell us more about this card. So what is our motives for doing what we do and thinking the way we think? Because most of us work on automatic pilot, and that's what happens in the age of anxiety. Okay, now here and now, this is saying don't go too far into the future. You're making your choices in the now. So how interesting is that? So you're slowing down, you're looking around, you're seeing who your sacred community is. You're connecting to others at the heart level, not just the head. You're finding out that you have real, incredible friends, etc., in that community, that you're seeing that too as soulmates, or you are finding a beautiful relationship where you see yourself reflected in the most positive way, and it is a reciprocity. And then you have, why, you have your motives around that. So why do you hang around with who you do? Why do you love who you do? Why do you choose what you do? Why do you look too far into the future? Because it is not going to work. Because everything is created in the now. Today was yesterday's future, right? We have to remember that everything that we create in partnership with the universe, we do it one day at a time, 24 hours at a time. We learn to tap into the conscious universe today. We don't do it tomorrow, and we don't do it for 2 months from now. right? We do it because we create our future in the now, every step that we make. Now, the fates are in protection. So when the fates are in protection, we have to be reminded that we are responsible to create reality between two pillars of truth. One is, we all know in here that we are powerful, we are empowered, and that we can create our reality in partnership with spirit, the universe, the conscious universe, whatever your language is, right? Like, we know the law of attraction works, we know all of that stuff. However, we cannot bypass the world around us. And this is that spiritual bypass card. We cannot just go happy, joyous, and free all the time and then blame ourselves if we're not having that experience. If life is difficult, we think we're doing something wrong. Anybody ever notice that? Like, you think, oh my God, I must be manifesting something badly. And that is not true at all. That we have to also surrender to life on life's terms. Like, the environment in which we create our reality is not always our choice. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah. Right? So I'm a Canadian and I did not vote in America, and I'm not saying anything political, I promise you. But for example, you have 50% of your population wanting one thing and the other 50% wanting the other, right? So one side says, I didn't manifest this, and the other side said, I'm happy I manifested this. You see what I mean? So it's like we are surrounded by many, many different perspectives, choices, etc. And so we have to surrender to what is in front of us. Then we say, aha, I accept this is here, but I'm going to make this choice here. So I'm going to still create my reality, even though I am not necessarily always going to be in the environment I think is tickety-boo. Right? Because that's not the way it is. You guys had a big flood, right? Does that mean that Houston was not allowed to create their reality? No. Within the context of a flood, there were people who had extraordinary experiences. So if I were to wrap up the whole thing, right? So what we want to say is that we have a beautiful opportunity to create our reality with the best people, that knowing that Spirit will send us these people, recognizing what is our motives for the choices that we make, staying in the now, surrendering to life on life's terms, and then beautiful things can come out of this, right? And this is the point of the reading, is that we can and we have the ability to create an extraordinary life, and we don't do it in a vacuum, and we don't do it only when things are perfect. Right? There is a enclosure with this last card. The Serenity Prayer says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Right? It doesn't say we can't do shit when it's bad. Right? It says, right, something happens, and we also can do what we can on a day-to-day basis with the right people, the right environment. And what was you again? Right, and taking naps along the way. No, and not being human doings, right? Not being human doings, because we don't get where we need to go by just constant work. We have to breathe in between. All right. That was fun. Did we have a good time? Yes.
I'm from Texas, so I'm Texas born, Texas bred. When I die, I'll be a Texan dead.
90 degrees.
Everything's bigger in
Everything's
Texas.
bigger in Texas.